How we doing today, people? It's your boy Bry, and what we're doing is we just had to replace a hydraulic line on the Mini X. On the you see the one on, I'll have to show you later, but right now I'm trying to show you the situation, and let's take a look. As you can see, your boy Bry dug out another stump, and I've got to fill this in with the fill that I put in around it. I want to give you a kind of a situation that says, let you, the viewer, come with me on this journey of filling this hole in. Let me get you set up here on the tripod. Let's see what we got. There we go. I've got to add a little fuel to the machine. So let's do that. So the hydraulic line was not a hard fix. It was a fix that was pretty simple to get to. However, the banjo fitting on the original was a little subpar. Really needed to just top her off. And the one nice thing about this particular excavator is on the back side of it, let me show you, the lid pops right up where you can get the gas in it easy. You don't have to remove the seat and all that. But here's what your boy Bry's got. I like to use safety cans. These, what happens if you've never used one, if you can even leave this out in the sun, and as the pressure builds up, that's a spring, it relieves the pressure off the gas. But that's a story for another day. Let's get at it, people. I got my farmer's hat on, and I got, hey, you cannot be a farmer without mossy oak straps, suspenders. So your boy Bry is sick and tired of pulling his pants up. I've been losing a little bit of weight, and the situation says we're not going to keep pulling our pants up every time you turn around. Well, let's get at it. Let's get this hole filled in. that's the situation, people. We got the hole filled in. We're gonna have to let her. We're gonna have to let her dry up a little bit. But there you have it. I dug the last stump out. And here's the pile of stumps that I got that I'm burning. And you say to yourself, what farmer wouldn't want a little mini excavator like this? I don't know any that wouldn't want one. As you can see, I'm all decked out. I got the suspenders and I've got the Amish hat on. You can say I'm Amish, it's okay. Yeah, so that's the deal, people. We've got everything pretty much running good. The excavator is very pleased with it. I gotta say that. I'm very pleased with it. I'm glad I got it before the tariffs. So, at the end of the day, your boy Bry's getting her done. He's getting her done right. And he's saying to himself, man, what a beautiful day we have here before tomorrow I have to travel. But look at the size of these stumps I want to show you. Hold on a minute. Look at the size of some of these stumps, as you can see, and logs that your boy Bry's moving around with that machine. Now this is the one I pulled out last night right here, or the other day. Not last night, the day before, I think yesterday. I yanked that one out. That was a double stump. They're pretty heavy, but the situation says, hey, we got a deal that, let me show you what's going on with this other deal with the line. Your boy Bry had to go buy a line today. Well, I was going to get it yesterday, and I said, I don't know. I don't know if I had time, you know, because I was doing some stuff. But I want to show you the difference. Can you see the difference? This is an Italian line. It's much stronger. I had a guy build that. As you can see, this is called a banjo fitting. This is a one piece. It's solid. Okay? It's solid, and it's got a bolt that goes through with two brass crush washers. This I'm gonna, when I get back off my trip, I'm gonna go get another one. This is what happened was a limb fell down and it hit it and it snapped it right off. And what I could tell you about that is that's a two-piece and it's about 1/4 of an inch thick. It's real small. Look at the size of this. This is almost 1/2 inch. So any of the ones with the banjo fittings, I'm going to be replacing them. And the lines themselves, they're not the greatest. This is an Italian line and it's much stronger. I've got a guy locally that took good care of me. I believe the name was JR Hydraulics out of Liverpool, New York. As you can see, I went ahead and greased everything again. I went through all the points and greased them. And she's running smooth. She's running really nice. There is the only situation with that oil or that hydraulic line. I definitely am going to change that out. While I had it up, what I did is I disconnected this ram, and this piece here, what I did is I pushed down on the bucket, which raised this up, and this whole piece swung down. It was almost like a jack stand. Now I didn't support it just by that, but it helped. I put some blocking under the tracks. But while it was up, this track was a little bit loose, and it's very easy to adjust. There's a big bolt in there. You just tighten it up when it's suspended, and you can feel the track almost like a chainsaw chain. It tightens up where you can feel it. Where it's just, I had them both equal now. But as you can see, my hydraulic level's good. I didn't lose any. I mean, just a very small, minimal amount. We're very happy with it. Let's go up front here, show you the situation. Now, if you're in anywhere near Syracuse, New York, and you say to yourself, I need a hydraulic line and I need it now. This fella here, he turned around and I went to another place on Taft Road that I normally go to, and I'll tell you right now, the customer service is not as good there as it is at this place I just went to. Let's take a look at what your boy Bryce got. So the guy gave me this tumbler. I told him I was going to make a YouTube video. This is JR Hydraulic Sales and Service, and there's his phone number. Okay. I don't know if I remember the fella's name. I couldn't tell you. I had a Joe Biden moment on that, but it's weird. I can ask someone their name, they can tell me, and 2 minutes later. That's one thing about names, I just don't remember them. But that's a nice little cup he gave me, and I want to promote his business because here's the other line I want to show you. Okay, so the one end has this little fitting. I believe it's 14 by 150 is what he told me. Look at the size of this little banjo. Look how tiny that line is inside there. He called that a two-piece. And he told me, you know, I know he's a hydraulic guy, but sometimes you have to go to whoever's your subject matter expert and you have to ask them what their opinion is. But he was lucky to have the banjo fitting in stock. He said he normally has them, but normally that line right there would have been about, he told me, about $30, and then to build it, and then $30 for the labor. So it would have been $60. But what your boy Bry had to pay today was $161, because that fitting just alone, that banjo fitting, was okay. His name's Jerry. He's the owner. I talked to the owner today. Okay, there's his card. Jerry and Jane. Okay, what's his last name? Sure? Shoot. But anyway, you can see the difference on the banjo fitting. It's the one that they give you. Now, I'm not knocking AGT. I'm just saying they're building them, you know, as economical as they can to get them out the door so that you, the DIYer, can have something on your property. But if you need to upgrade your hydraulic line or need a fitting or anything, you can turn around and go over here to JR Hydraulics Sales and Service. But it was $161 because that banjo fitting alone was $90. And you say, well, that's a lot of money. But at the end of the day, the excavator is no good to me without the push blade. I got to have that for support. I got to have it for pushing things. But what a beautiful day here today. You can see the sky. It's absolutely beautiful after what feels like Noah's Ark. I mean, it feels like it's been raining for 40 days and 40 nights. It feels like the calm after the flood, so to speak. And the trees are all blooming. You can see that. And we're saying to ourselves, even though the ground's a little bit wet, we're giving it all we can today to dry up, and then we're going to hit it with that lawnmower, because I've got to travel tomorrow for about a week, 5, 6, 7 days, I don't know. And then I'll tell you what, I've been home for probably 10 days, and I've gotten a lot done. Even though it's rained, I've gotten a lot done. I wound up focusing on the machine shop a little bit, and we got some stuff done in there. And I mean, I don't know if you want to take a look at that, but let's go show you what we got here. I built some, I got a fella that from a facility that wanted to have some tools made, so to speak. Let's take a look at what your friend Bry did at the shop while it was raining. So here we are. We've got 8 of these, and these are a particular tool. These are for variable stain vanes, and what you do is you change the bushings out. This is a bushing removal tool, and your boy Bry said, let me get 8 of them for you real quick. And this is a 7/16 socket, and if you need any sockets individual, so you don't have to buy whole kits, you're going to want to go to Home Depot. They've got some really good stuff there and their lifetime warranty. But that's the situation there, people. And we got her done right. And we said to ourselves, we've got to get on down the road, people. But we got the tools built. We got a lot of stuff taken care of. The sun is out. the guns are out and we're saying, we got to enjoy this day. But I had to bring you that video on the AGT excavator. I had to bring you some live action, because there's a lot of people saying, I just don't believe that you actually do use that. And I actually don't know if I've seen you do any actual work with it. So your boy Bry had to set the tripod up, and he had to say to himself, let the viewers judge for themselves, you know. Because I know we like to say nowadays we listen and we don't judge. But at the end of the day, you can say that, but deep down inside, people do judge you. You know that. But anyway, you be the judge, and you say to yourself, was the AGT something that made that filling that hole much easier, or would you like to see your boy Bry with a shovel in his hand like he used to do back in the day? But you be the judge on that. But I'm going to tell you right now, I use it every day. And this one here, we're putting this in the shed, and we're saying to ourselves, she's on a retirement plan. This is your boy Bry. If you need a small mini X or something like that, and you want to buy one, they're a good investment. You do need to do the maintenance. You do need to grease it, I would say, every 6 to 8 hours of use. And this way here, your pins don't get worn out. But you do you, boo-boo. And you know, your boy Bry, even if you just say, well, I just have a small project, my friend Bry, and I just may need you to help me out. Well, if I'm home, we'll go ahead and do that. And we'll say to ourselves, the LH12 is not playing around. This is your boy Bry. I've got to go.